Copyright 2015 Joe Dubs at joedubs.com. Square the circle with the physical sizes of Earth and Moon. Click to enlarge. When we compare the size of Earth and Moon, strange geometric synchronicities appear. The most fascinating of all is the ancient philosophical concept of squaring the circle, that is, drawing a square with the same area as that of the circle. Squaring the circle, the areas of this square and this circle are both equal to. You can also square the circle with equal perimeters, which is what the Earth-Moon system do, to a very high degree of accuracy, 99.97%. The Earth and Moon's diameters can be described as a simple ratio, 113, when comparing one to another. It turns out that this ratio is the solution to squaring the circle of equal perimeter. The Moon describes a circle that has the same circumference as the square's perimeter that surrounds Earth. This fact was discovered or rediscovered by the late and great John Michell. Earth and Moon synchronize with the proportions of the Great Pyramid and square the circle. The Great Pyramid is the perfect size to square the circle. The magic number found in these geometries is 273, or more specifically 2732. I believe this is an overlooked constant in our matrix of reality. Here are some findings on this number. The ratio of Earth's diameter to Moon's diameter is 0.273. The Moon is 27.3% the size of the Earth. Comparing a square's perimeter to a circle having an equal circumference, the circle's diameter is 27.3% longer than the edge of the square, easier to visualize in the illustration. Inscribe a circle inside a square. The four corners make up 27.32% of the total area. This is reached through the formula 4 pi 0.2732. The relationship of the Great Pyramid's height to half its base is 1.2731 of 4 pi, and thus squares the circle. 273.2 degrees Celsius is the temperature of absolute zero. 27.32 is the freezing point of water on Kelvin scale. K absolute zero of water is 273.2% colder than the temperature it takes to boil. 273 days average length of pregnancy, 10 sidereal months, 27.3 days human menstrual cycle, 27.32 Earth days is the sidereal period of the Moon. Moon completes one full rotation, or 1 moonth, 1273.2 per c as the expansion reduction of gases expand by 1273 of their volume with every degree on the Celsius centigrade scale. Sunspots revolve about the Sun's surface in 27.3 days. Water changes phase at 273 degrees K, 273 days from the summer solstice to the vernal equinox. 2,730,000 is the circumference of the Sun in miles. The triple point of water is defined to take place at 273.16 K. The cosmic background radiation is 2.73 K. The Earth and Moon orbital periods are reciprocals, 127.32 0.0366 366 days in a sidereal year, 1366.002 732 27.32 days in 1 moonth. 273 milliseconds. 2 acceleration of the Sun, 0.273 cms. 2 acceleration of the Moon along its path around the Earth. The square and circle, or in 3D, the cube and sphere, are key concepts in the teachings of Walter Russell, whom Walter Cronkite declared to be the Leonardo da Vinci of our time. I encourage others to contact me if they find any other correlations with these basic geometries. It's also interesting to note that 2732-2372 its palindrome 360, which is a superior highly composite number, meaning it has a ton of divisors. 360 is also the number of degrees in a circle. We have Scott Onstad to thank for many of these findings. His website secretsandplainsight.com is a mind-bender and is highly recommended. Fred Cameron and Adri de Groot also reveal cracks in the matrix of our holofractal reality, using this overlooked constant. Our impossible Earth and Moon, 27.3 pages long. Are all those numbers in our solar system just a coincidence? Copyright 2015 Joe Dubs at joedubs.com. Presented with permission. PS 2732. Squares and circles. There is one more fundamental appearance of the digits 2732 we need to note. Consider a square of 2 units length on each side as in the diagram below. Draw a circle inside the square. The circle will have a radius of 1 unit. The area of the square is 4 and the area of the circle is πr2, which equals just pi 3.1416 since r1. What is the difference in area between the square and the circle? It is 4 pi. This is represented by the shaded area in the diagram. Finally, we ask what fraction of the area of the circle is this shaded area. It would be the shaded area 4 pi divided by the area of the circle, pi. Using a calculator to solve the expression 4 pi pi, we get 0.2732 to 4 decimal places. Here are the same digits we have already seen many times. The same exact digits we have seen above now appear as a pure, dimensionless number. This diagram doesn't appear to be connected to the moon, the earth, water or babies. It is more abstract and probably more fundamental. Organic chemist Peter Plichter in his book God's Secret Formula says that the number 0.2732 must be a new mathematical constant, never before discovered. But we have seen the same sequence of digits describe temperature based on the properties of water, the sidereal period of the moon and the human gestation period. Are these phenomena related to the same mathematical constant? What sort of undiscovered universal constant would govern the human gestation period? Are there some construction parameters that govern the orbital period of the moon? Could these same parameters govern the properties of water and the temperature of absolute zero? This all must be some kind of trick. Where did all these 2732s come from? Never mind the decimal point. The Earth, the Moon, the Sun, solar eclipses, temperature relative to the properties of water, the human gestation period, the ratio of the area of a square to an inscribed circle, simple geometry, numerical and visual coincidences, all mediated by the digits 2732 or its inverse, 366. Notice that none of the numbers we have used depend on the units the numbers are expressed in, except for the Earth day. Even the temperatures we used only depend on dividing the difference between the freezing and boiling points of water into 100 equal units. There is no explanation why these things should be so. We could write one or two of them off to coincidence, but not all of them. If only the moon, just wasn't hanging up there, exactly the same apparent size as the sun. What's going on? Maybe it is a message or a signal to us. Read more. Greater than.